0-7, not great preparation, but everything you're kind of reading in the media and stuff is saying you guys are getting there. How has preparation been so far?
We're getting there, as you say.
Yeah.
We've been together for a long while now. Played a lot of games. Played a lot of games early on, especially, which doesn't help because we're still getting to know each other again and learn all the plays and this, that, and the other, and getting into game shape. We're playing against teams, especially in Houston, that are already in game shape. And then we come back to Europe and we play with the two best teams in Europe. So it's been a tough schedule. There's no way two ways about it. But we could have won a few games, we didn't. But we got to learn from that and go from there, really.
If you compare this to obviously last year before Eurobasket, how do kind of team chemistry, how you guys are performing together compare?
I think it's a lot about, all of us have been there since day one, which always helps. We've been together for a long while now, so we all get on really well off the court, which always helps when it comes to times on the court, especially down the tight games and stuff like that. So
Coldplay, your choice of gig, yeah?
Well, there's a few of us that wanted to go.
Yeah? I didn't see you guys as a Coldplay kind of team.
It was very good though.
Yeah?
Really good,
Yeah, I can imagine. Obviously there's been a reasonable amount of controversy with regards to players coming in and going out squad and things like that. How has kind of the Marlins withdrawal and Gordon fiasco affected the squad? Has it even been on the conversations you guys have had?
Between the players, I joke about it, like is he going to come or is he not, but at the end of the day we just work with the guys we've got here. We know we're good enough, with or without them, to do something special this summer. We're just going to keep working to do that.
Obviously you mentioned you went over to the States to start off with and then you've done a little mini tour around Europe. What's it like to be back in the UK?
Oh, it's great, especially having the Olympics here. It's always good to get that feeling of what it means to everyone else around the country, the public and things like that. So it's great, When we were in the States, I don't think we had that feeling that it was Olympic year because we're so far away from everything. But as soon as we got to Heathrow, people being there and receiving us, that we didn't really expect that. We didn't really know much about it either. So it was a bit of a surprise to us. It just kind of, although it was 7 o'clock in the morning and people were a bit sleepy were there, but it still brought in that feeling that this is the Olympics, it's a big thing, it's our time to shine.
Absolutely. Talking about obviously being back in the UK, you're the local London boy, as it were, for the Olympics. How many of your mates have been trying to tap you up for tickets?
Well, it's weird really, so I'm a local London boy, I've lived nearly half my life in Spain now.
True, I suppose. You still got the accent though?
Still got the accent.
Yeah.
Just try not to lose that. So I've got the gardens now full of Spanish people. They're only allowed to wear Spanish shirts and English shirts, GB shirts, so yeah,
that's
it's going to be good fun.
Have you kind of been detailed kind of where you fit within the team at the moment? Do you know if you'll be starting 5 or where in the rotation or what you're going to be asked, whether you're going to be, what role you're going to play?
I think the starting 5's pretty set, with more of a veteran lineup with Joe and Pops on the inside. I think I'm going to be more rotating between the 3 and the 4 this year, which is a bit new for me playing the 3, so I've never really played that position. But I think I'm very capable of doing it. Obviously my outside shot helps in that sense of spreading the floor and things like that. So yeah, I'm happy with my role at the moment. I'm always willing to do what I can to help the team win. So we'll see how it goes. And
have you guys been set any targets for the Olympics? Have you been set X amount of games to win or anything along those lines?
No, we're obviously been as ambitious as we can. I think if we don't get to the second stage, we'll be disappointed in ourselves. I think there's a great chance, to get through to the second stage, and I think if we do that, we'll make the quarterfinals for Olympic Games, and people will notice that who great Korean basketball is really. So that's our main objective.
So do you think that's the limit, or do you think we do have a chance of sneaking through even further?
No, obviously, in all sports, one random game, anything can happen. You never know what's going to happen in sport, which is the great thing about it. So we're just going to play hard every game. We're going to play the way we know and the way that we're good playing that way, and we'll see what happens from there.
Obviously, you've got Portugal this weekend in a doubleheader. It would be rude to say they're probably the easiest game you'll have had in your warm-up schedule. Have you guys specifically prepared for Portugal, or is it just you're going to do your thing and Portugal will kind of be the opposition, as it were? You're not specifically going out with Portugal in mind?
If I'm being honest, we haven't really prepared for any of the games up until now in the preparation. We've always been just concentrating on us doing our things, the things we need to do right, doing what. Doing the things that we need to do to get better, instead of concentrating on how to stop them. Really, if we play good one-on-one defense, that works in any game you play. So we need to concentrate on things like that, and then on offense, just running for our plays. And it's always good to play against another team that will give you different defensive options and different things, different difficulties on the offensive end. So yeah, it was a good challenge.
Obviously, the big highlight warm-up game's the States next week. How much is that on your mind at the moment? Obviously.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously the big one that stands out of all the games in the warm-ups. But again, it's just another game. It's another part of our preparation. It's another chance to get better. And it's a very good chance to get better because we're playing probably against the best team in the world, or what many people think is the best team in the world. So yeah, it should be a great test, a great challenge, and one that everyone should be really up for.